Alright, we are live. Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between. I am Violet Hyena. You are here with perfect timing, and I am here to do readings for people with perfect timing. And the game here is that I have 13 decks, and they all have a lot to say. And I choose which one gets to speak by rolling some dice. Some pretty metal dice. Alright, and I'm going to take a drink of water. And I see that Helen is here. Hi, Helen. I hope you're doing well. I'll get to your questions in a moment. Water good. Water tasty. Okay, and then... Let's breathe easy. And chapstick. So my lips don't stick together. We don't want that. We want to be understood. Alright. Helen, you have questions. Helen says, hello, Viola. Am I 2 steps before my transformation? Let's find out. That's a D8. That's a 3. That's the supernatural deck. Oh, Maria Scorpio 92 says, hi from Norway. Hello. You must be new. I do not recognize your username. So thank you for subscribing. You are welcome here. And since there are more than one person, I'm going to make a list. Okay, and so we got Helen on the board. So, Maria, I put people on the list and then I get to their questions in order. So do not worry, you are on the list, okay? And I will get to you in turn. I think, let's see, Helen has a few questions before you, but I will get to you because I acknowledge you on my list, okay? So, thank you for your patience. I will get to it. It's okay to be anxious, but please do not rush me. And I know you won't, but some people like to double ask things and try to rush me, and that just doesn't work here. That doesn't fly. So I appreciate your patience, and you will get your reading. Don't you worry. But I gotta do Helen's first, and then I'll get to yours. Thank you. Okay. So Helen's is, am I 2 steps before my transformation? Let's find out. Is Helen 2 steps before transformation? No, you are not 2 steps away. This is the Knight of Goblets. You may want to rush into your transformation. The Knight of Goblets would like to remind you to relax and take a deep breath, take a drink of that beer, get a sword, and just prepare for a very long journey. Transformations take a very long time. And that is what the Knight of Goblets wants to say. Okay, will things work in 3 weeks? Will things work in 3 weeks? Oh, okay. I've never had a card shoot at me like that. Okay, fine. Fine, be like that. So yes, things will work out in 3 weeks. The Page of Goblets says so. Very excitable and happy. Things will work out in 3 weeks, but also we have the Six of Swords, which is a victory in the mind. So something mentally will be a victory. That's really exciting. It's very exciting to happen in your 3 weeks. So good for you. Good for you. Okay, will F bring me the money eventually? Ooh. Will F bring Helen the money eventually? Will F bring Helen the money eventually? No. Eventually will not come. So you're going to have to put some fire under that person called F, because you have to remind them money. That's just how it works. Little fire. Okay, and message from your guides. So, message from Helen's guides. Message from Helen's guides. Message from Helen's guides. A message. The Page of Blades. Okay, well, the Page of Blades is a new person to the mental game. Usually a scholar. The world. So the Page of Blades going on a journey. Okay. And they're going to have... Okay, the Page of Blades is... Okay, Okay. So, if the Page of Blades is Helen, a smart one, going forth ahead into this new knowledge, in your rear view mirror is some baggage. Okay, so what do we want to do about that baggage? You want to use your skills that you've learned along the way to take down that emotional baggage and press on and go forth. You're going to want to keep going forward. You're going to want to use your new skills to combat the emotional baggage. And since this is a Page of Blades, I'm going to assume that this is some emotional baggage that has affected the mental baggage. The mental court, I want to call it. Alright, so go ahead and use all the skills that you have learned in this lifetime to take care of you and keep going forward. That is what your guides say. Okay. Helen's. Am I on the right path from the view of the universe? This is a very good question. Is Helen on the right path? Is Helen on the right path? Is Helen on the right path? Alright. So that is technically a no, but it is the Ten of Cups, because your path is happiness. You are just veering a little to the left because temptation is pulling you there. So you're going to have to find out what your true happiness is before you can be on your path again. But don't worry, you're always kind of on the path. You just kind of stopped on the path. Alright, I hope that helps you out. Okay, and then we are at Maria. Hi from Norway. Hi from America. And Helen says, will I have to buy new outfits? Oh, Helen, will you have to buy new outfits? Will Helen have to buy new outfits? Yes. Apparently, because this is the first is a yes. Second is a major arcana. So this is a huge deal in your life. You're going to have to buy new clothes. This is the Empress. This is the symbol of motherhood and abundance. So with abundance and or motherhood, you're going to need a new wardrobe. So yeah, there you go. That is the advice of cards. Okay, and then now we are on Maria. Hello, Maria. I'm going to do your question now. I'm going to pick a deck for you. Number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The octopus deck tart. There we go. Will Maria's ex Flip ever come back to Maria? Will Maria's ex ever come back to Maria? Will Flip ever come back to Maria? Let's see. That is a yes. He is a king of wands. He has many skills. And he seems to be a good match for you, vibe-wise. Vibe-wise, he seems like a good match to you. So yes, he is going to come back, and it looks like he's got stuff to bring to the table. So I say stick with it. You'll get there. So he'll come back. Okay, that is what the cards say. And then Maria says, it's 3 a.m. Maria says, please check on my question. We did. We're good. And Maria says, okay, I'm just anxious. It's okay. It's okay. Alright, so now I've reached the end of that. So I'm going to put these away. I'm going to hydrate, and then I'm going to check chat. I have water. Water is good for me. Ah, water. Alright, so we will start on Helen again. Let's see. Helen says, "Will I still weaning hijab for rest of my life?" So, will I still wear hijab for rest of my life? It's a very good question. I'll put you on the board, Helen. And will my forever partner control my style? That's another question. And Preston says, "Hello, Rose." And I say, "Hello, Preston. I hope you're doing well." And Intuitive Jen says, "Hi, new sub." Hi, Intuitive Jen. It's nice to meet you. Thank you for subscribing. Welcome. You may drop your question in chat and I will get to it. And if you don't feel like it, you can always hang out. You're very welcome. Okay, it says, Maria says, "Okay, I'm here." You are here, and I did answer your question. So if you missed it, you're gonna have to go back through the video. And Francis says, "Hi, Violet. Oh my god, I missed you." Hi, Francis. I hope you're doing well. Francis says, "The day isn't complete without attending your readings." Aw, you're very sweet. And John says, "Question, current energy of Francis, please, and divine guidance for this month." Sure. Awesome. Alright, so we have caught up on chat, so I'm going to get to these questions. Helen's. Number 1 is the cat deck. Is the cat deck. Okay, will Helen still wear hijab for the rest of her life? And the answer is yes, because of your lover. Yeah, and it looks like a happy decision on both of your parts. And then second question is, will my forever partner control my style? Pin that. I'm gonna put a pin in that. will the forever partner control Helen's style? That is a yes. Your partner wants to see you in something, and there seems to be an agreement that it's okay because you're dressing for your partner. And that is just what the cards say. Okay, so Helen, I've done yours, and then I can get to Francis. And Francis's first question was current energy of Francis. Current energy of Francis. And divine guidance for this month. Alright, so I'm feeling number 6 for the first question. And we're going to do an oracle for the second one for the month. They give really good guidance. So number 1, Moonology. Yay! That's good. Alright, so I'll get to you in a moment. Current energy of Francis. Current energy of Francis. Just gonna pin the correct question. Current energy of Francis. Ooh, we have the 2 of Pentacles. So you are balancing resources and money right now. You're doing a good job of it too. Keep going. You're doing really good. Yeah. Balancing, doing your thing, going with the flow. That's good feelings. You're even balancing on a tightrope. That's pretty darn good. That's pretty darn good vibes. You're on cloud 9. I mean, it says 2, but you're on cloud 9. You're doing good. And then advice for this month. Boop. Is the Moonology deck. Oracle deck. Okay, I do see Maria. Maria, I have done your reading already. Look back through the video. It was a positive answer. So go ahead and look back. I was using the octopus deck. Okay, and divine guidance for this month. Divine guidance for this month. Divine guidance for this month. Okay, the surrender to the divine. Ooh. The full moon. Full moon. Number 32. Okay, surrender to the divine. The very word climax brings all sorts of ideas and images to mind. Agreed? But it really is the feeling of this card. Life is coming to a head, a point, a conclusion, or a turning point. There may be some kind of change, and possibly even some sort of emotional explosion. Tune to your higher emotions now and see what they are telling you. They are very likely close to the surface, no matter when the moon cycle you've pulled this card. Matters will soon conclude, and you'll find out whether or not your wishes are going to come true. The odds are in your favor, as this is a positive card, but you may need to work harder than usual to keep cool as events unfold. Attune to the moon. I am getting the answers I need. Additional meanings for this card. A wish you made may be about to come true. It's make or break time. There could be a sense of madness in the air. Breathe deep and stay calm. You may need to forgive someone to release negative energy. It's time to let go of the past and move on. The teaching of this card. The full moon marks the climax of the lunar cycle, making this card something of a power card. The full moon is often the time when answers are given to questions asked during the new moon. And pulling this card at any time in the lunar cycle suggests answers will be coming your way before too long. So that is Francis's divine guidance for this month. So it's actually very, very fitting that it says that you should surrender to the divine for this month. That's very good. That's good vibes. I like that. Good for you, Francis. You're balancing your resources. The divine is very happy with you and your stuff. That's very good. Yay! I hope that helped out. And alright, so that concludes that list. I'm gonna have a drink of water. And then I'm gonna go back and read chat. Ah, lovely. Okay, so I'm gonna clear the board and check up on chat. And I did remind Maria that I did do your reading. You're gonna have to look back in the video to find it. Helen says Helen is on the list. Hold on. Helen. Cool. Does AMR still suffer a heartbreak of me? Is he still depressed? How are his financials going right now? Does he have a new love to his life? And Francis's beautiful reading. Thank you so much. Holding heart in hand. You're very welcome. I'm happy to help. And Helen says, will he migrate to another country like maybe Germany? Okay, so that's how many Helen questions we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5. Okay, and then Francis says, energy between Kelly and Francis, please. Is she going ahead with our contract? Francis is on the board with 2 questions. And Helen says, is Kay happy with her partner, Ad? Okay, Helen's on the board. And Jen says, you do multiple questions. That is nice of you. The questions are free. What can I say? And Helen says, was Kay jealous of me? Alright, so 2 for Helen. Okay. And so yes, and just to elaborate a little bit more for Jen, as long as you're subscribed, I'll do readings for you. That's just the deal here. Alright? Welcome. And you're welcome to drop questions in the chat as well, or hang out. Either one is good. Okay, and what do we have? Helen. We got Helen. Alright, I'm gonna go to the list now, guys. Which one? This one. Okay, so which deck? Number 1, the cat turret. Okay, does AMR still suffer the heartbreak of me? Is AMR still heartbroken over Helen? Nope, he is not. He has started a new love. I am so sorry. He's on the rebound. So, he's found a new love. I apologize, hon. Next question. Is he still depressed? We're gonna find out. Okay, so is he still depressed? Yes, he is still depressed. See, yes. So this is something of treats, right? So, yes, this is the Pentacles. 6, 7, 8 of Pentacles. He is depressed, but he also has money. Or he also works very hard. He's very good at what he does. And he eats well. He does have a little bit of depression, though. Okay, I hope that helps you out. How are his finances going? 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 Well, this is the strength card. So I'm going to say pretty good. He is really putting his nose to the grindstone and showing that determination and will with the strength. This is the major arcana. So I'm going to say he is a hard worker. He is just very focused on what he's doing. So he's doing really good. And that is what the cards say. And then, will he migrate to another country like maybe Germany? Will he migrate to Germany? Will he migrate to Germany? No, he will not migrate to Germany. That is a fool's journey. He's pretty settled where he is, and he's not ready for his new journey yet. He's just loafing around, says the cat. Does he have a new love in his life? We answered that earlier with another one. He does have a new love to his life. Okay, and now we're on. So we answered those. Now we're to Francis's questions. Energy between Kelly and Francis, and is she going ahead with the contract? Okay, let's organize this question. Come back. There we go. Kelly. Energy. Francis and what was the other one? Will she contract? Yeah. Oh, how do I put that? It with contract. Very good. Alright, so we have the questions. We now need a deck. Number 6. Robin Hood Tarot. That was a very smooth shuffle. I'm not going to argue with that one. Alright, so Kelly, Energy, Francis, and will Kelly go ahead with the contract? Yes. So the energy of Kelly is the 9 of Wands. So she is very skilled. And Francis is represented by the Queen of Swords. So you are a very strategic person who waits and watches for things to work out for between you and Kelly. And then we have the moon as the energy. So something mysterious, something one side tame, the other side domesticated. A little mystery there in the dark, but everything is positive and working in flow and working together in a very nice way. So that's very nice. And will Kelly go ahead with the contract? Yes. With a very ambitious energy. Because she's really up for grabbing ideas and running with them. Alright. She is definitely locked in. Alright, and I hope that helps you out, Francis. And then we're going to do Helen. Let's see, Helen. We need a new deck. Number 3, Supernatural deck. Again. It really likes Helen tonight, the Supernatural deck. Is Kay happy with her partner ad? Is Kay happy with her partner ad? Is Kay happy with her partner ad? The answer is yes. Very happy. 8 of Cups happy. So she may be a bit strict, but she is quite happy. And that is what the cards have to say. And then Helen says, was Kay jealous of me? Was Kay jealous of Helen? Was Kay jealous of Helen? No, she was not jealous of you. We got the 4 of Pentacles. She is very sturdy in her personality and resources. She did not really... She's still very stern. So she really wasn't concerned with you or giving you much attention. And that is what the cards say. Alright, so I have done this list. I'm going to take a drink of water, and then I'm going to get back to chat. Okay, clear the board. Miriam says hi. Hi, Miriam. And Miriam retracted a message. Oh, sorry, Helen. I did do that message, and I accidentally deleted the message, but it was just one of your questions. I don't know if I can put it back. No. Okay. You're not in trouble, Helen. I just did push the wrong button. I am sorry. I meant to unpin it, not delete the message. I know it was one of your messages that I just did, though, so I apologize. Okay, we were at Miriam. Miriam says, hi. Hope you're doing well today. Miriam, I hope you are doing well today. And Miriam says, a message to my spirit guides. Of course. I'll put you on the list. Alright, who's falling over here? What's going on? No, you're fine. Why am I hearing things? I bet it got recorded, so I'm not hearing things. It's just... things are happening. Oh, okay, that's what that is. Alright. We're good. She making... Helen says, is she still making secret relationship even after her marriage? Alright, Helen is on the list. Miriam says, what do I need to know? Thanks. You're very welcome. Never am. Okay, and Helen says, no apologies for AMR. I don't wait for him. I'm happy he moved on, and I'm not psychopathic. Okay. John says, IDK, why YouTube just doesn't have search button for the channels you've subscribed to. Well, you can go to a particular channel and do a search in that YouTuber's archives. You can do that. But you have to do them individually, not as a collective. Okay, Helen Hummingbird retracted a message. And Francis says, another question, please. Will I meet my daughter soon, please? Francis is on the list. And Miriam says, what is a beautiful blessing that is quietly making its way into my life without me realizing it yet? Ooh, that's a beautiful question. Miriam And Francis says, question, is Francis likely to travel overseas this year or next year, or neither? So, Francis, that's a time question. You're going to get an answer from the Time Oracle deck. Okay, follow-up question, please. Should I proceed with the contract with Kelly, please? What will be the outcome, please? Ooh. And then Francis. And then Debbie Kelly says, hello, beautiful. Hello, Debbie. Heart. And Debbie says, can you please pull a card and ask if I will see my Pisces? All right, Debbie. Debbie's on the list. Francis says, how Jacqueline precedes Francis after their meeting yesterday, please, and how Francis feels about her. Okay, Francis and Helly. The question was, why did universe bring her into my life? Ooh, very good question. Very good question. And then Helen. All right, cool. I'm gonna do this right. There we go. Alright, so I have caught up in chat, so I'm going to go up to Miriam's first question, and I will begin from there. Why did the universe bring her to my life? Okay, so I did miss Helen's question. So I will do yours first since you are there. So, okay, got it. Why did the universe bring her into my life? So, number 7. Every little thing you do is magic, you know. Da 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 da. It's magic, you know. La da 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 da. Why did the universe bring her into Helen's life? Did not like that one. That just means it needs more shuffling. Okay, so why did the universe bring her into my life? Elder of Cups. Elder of Cups. It's an emotional lesson that will help you grow. And that one is that relationships are not always easy. Because cups are also the suit of relationships. So for you to become an elder of the cups, you're going to accept that some relationships are not easy. And that is what the cards have to say. Okay, you got Helen. Then we have Miriam. Message from Miriam's spirit guides. Alright, spirit guides are best from the oracle cards. Number 1, Moonology. Message from the spirit guides. Message from the spirits. Message from the spirit guides. Please send Miriam a message. We got spirit guides. We got communication is key. The new moon in Gemini. New moon in Gemini. 46. Communication is key. A successful relationship usually comes down to one thing: communication. And the new moon in Gemini card is all about the start of a new cycle for communicating with that person at the center of your question. Talking things through is the answer to whatever it is you're asking about. If you can't talk to that person, you can journal about it to yourself. Emails, text messages, and all other forms of communication will also help you now. If the issue you're asking about concerns siblings or a neighbor, there's a new start coming. A time to wipe the slate clean and start over. This card could also suggest that you've been too frivolous lately and need to get grounded again. But most importantly, drawing this card emphasizes the need to communicate. And then tune to the moon. Write a list of all the people you love most and see if you are prioritizing them. Additional meanings for this card. Time to tell someone how you feel. Don't be all in your head and not in your heart. Someone is flirting with you. Read more books. And the teaching of this card is Gemini is a sign of communication and socializing, of ideas and travel, and the energy around it and around this card, no matter when you pull it, is speedy, gossipy, and flirtatious. The new moon in Gemini is a wonderful time to get out and socialize. Gemini loves the chat. One thing to be aware of is that this card can also indicate being mentally scattered. Daily meditations will help you unscramble crossed wires in your brain. And that is the message from Miriam's spirits. So, communicate. Communication good. There we go. Into the box. And then we have Helen again. Is she still making secret relationship even after her marriage? Very good question. No? Yes. Number 1, Cat Turret. Okay, is she still making a secret relationship even after her marriage? Is she still making a secret relationship? So scandalous. Is she still making a secret relationship even after her marriage? The answer is no. You have a 7 of swords. So she is playing the mental game of marriage. She does not have time for that other frivolous stuff. So she's got her claws sunk into her marriage and not other men. So that's good. Okay, that is Heavens. Then we got Miriam again. What does Miriam need to know? Thank you. It sounds like, you know what? An all card question. Number 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Trust your vibes. What does Miriam need to know now? What does Miriam need to know? What does she need to know? What does Miriam need to know now? What does she gotta know right now? Okay, it is exercise your vibes. Number 38. Number 38. Exercise your vibes. There's too much static in the air to move ahead right now. Get back to the earth and get grounded. I mean sweat. A good dose of physical exercise gets your energy flowing in one direction, upwards, to higher levels of vibration. And it keeps you from getting in your own way. Your brain is working overtime, and your spirit has been spotted leaving the premises of your body. By exercising, you quiet your overactive mind chatter and call your spirit back. Only then can you begin to hear your angels and guides who are patiently waiting to offer guidance for your present challenges. Shifting your energy from a mental to a physical focus through exercise will jumpstart not only your psychic sense, but your creativity as well, especially if you are stuck. So if you want to access your vibes, give your mind a break and get the let out. Once you do, notice how negative energy leaves your body and your ideas. Aha! Solutions suddenly leap to your mind. The universe is always broadcasting creative and positive guiding vibrations to you. Exercise changes your frequency so that you can access this source of inspiration better and put it to use. Very good. So, the universe does want you to exercise your vibes. Exercise that body. Exercise that body. Yep. Into the box, I say. Into the box. There we go. And Francis. Will I meet my daughter soon, please? Alright, we got a D8 question. Number 7. Every little thing you do is magic, you know. La 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 la. It's magic, you know. La 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 la. Will Francis meet his daughter soon? Yes. You will meet your daughter soon, apparently. Cool. Good for you. It's a very positive sign, too. It is the major arcana. It is the lovers. So you're going to have a good relationship. And you're going to make good decisions. That is what the cards say. Okay. The Miriam says, what is a beautiful blessing is quietly making its way to my life without Miriam realizing it? That is a number 12. A D12 question. Could be anything. Could be any deck. I don't know. A blessing feels like an oracle card, though. Number 1, Moonology. Again. What is the blessing for Miriam? What is the blessing for Miriam? Blessing for Miriam. Believe in the impossible. The blue moon. Believe in the impossible. Blue moon, blue, blue moon. Blue, 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 blue moon. Believe in the impossible. impossible. 112. Believe in the impossible. The blue moon. As the saying goes, some things happen only once in a blue moon. In other words, hardly ever. Drawing this card suggests that you're about to get a rare chance, and that something one-off could well be about to happen. This card is a very positive sign if you've felt like you're hoping for too much or asking for too much of the universe. Whatever you are asking about, well, it might be only happen once in a blue moon, but it can happen. However, with this rare opportunity before you, it's important that you believe in it. If you convince yourself that whatever you're asking about can never go in your favor, then guess what? It won't go in your favor. Be grateful for this card, which is a reminder to believe in your dreams. And Attuned to the Moon says, I'm lucky. And additional meanings for this card is miss this chance and it might not come back anytime soon. What happened may only happen once. The person you are inquiring about is a rare find. If you can believe it, you can achieve it. This situation is unlikely to repeat. The teaching. There are usually 3 full moons between each equinox and solstice, and vice versa. Sometimes, though, we get 4 full moons in a single season. When that happens, the third of the season's 4 moons is called the blue moon. At least that was the original definition of a blue moon. These days, it's popular to use the blue moon for the second full moon in any calendar month that is 2 full moons. Alright. Well, magical belief is in the air for you, Miriam. So that is a very good blessing. You got a blue moon. That's really good. That's very lucky. You are lucky. Good job. Alright, hope that helps you out. Beep. And then Francis's question is Francis likely to travel overseas this year or next year or neither? Right, that was the time question. Let's put the Moonology cards back. Get out the time deck. Let's do the time warp again. Let's do the time warp again. It's just a step to the left and a step to the right. Put your hands on your hips and pull your knees in tight. It's the pelvic thrust. Let's do the time warp again. Let's do the time warp again. Okay, so sorry, I get distracted by this song. Is Francis likely to travel overseas? When is Francis likely to travel overseas? Question mark. Right? Because that's how questions work. When is Francis likely to travel overseas? a few weeks. So we're going to assume that means in a few weeks. That's like this year. So there you go. This year, in a few weeks. All right. It's just a jump to the right and then a step to the left. It's been a very long time since I sang that song. It's a very good song. There it is. Now. Okay, Francis's time question, and then we have... Should I proceed with the contract with Kelly, please? What will be the outcome, please? No! Jumping silences! I got it. So, proceed with contract with Kelly. And what will the outcome be? We need a deck on deck. 2. The Gay Terrace. So, should Francis proceed with the contract with Kelly? Should Francis proceed with the contract with Kelly? And that is a no. Do not proceed. And what is the outcome? Ooh, the moon. 'Tis a mystery. So the outcome will be a mystery. And the cards say, no, do not proceed. This is a major arcana. It says it is the Chariot. And usually the Chariot would say, go forth. And, but it was a no. So the Chariot says, oh, no, do not avoid, go, so that is a no. Do not proceed with that contract. And that is what the cards say. And the outcome will be the moon, which is another major arcana. So this is, you kind of want to leave it a mystery. And that is what the cards are saying. Okay, Francis. And one for Debbie. Pull a card for Debbie about her Pisces. About her Pisces. Number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Will Debbie see her Pisces? Will Debbie see her Pisces? Will Debbie see her Pisces? Will today be the day that Debbie sees her Pisces? Oh, it's a no. I'm so sorry. It's a Page of Wands. You will not see your Pisces. He is busy learning a new skill. I'm sorry. I hope it works out. Okay, and kitties. We got Francis. Well, question. Nope, did that one. Question. How. Put the cards back and then read the question. There we go. How will Jacqueline perceive Francis after their meeting yesterday, please? And how Francis feels about her. Jacqueline. Perception of Francis and Francis, what are your feelings? To just gonna call her Jack. She's a very long name, okay? Very long name. You with the 8. Number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The octopus turret. Jacqueline's perception of Francis and Francis's feelings to Jacqueline. Two, 1 and 2. Jacqueline's perception of Francis is the Ace of Swords. So a new mental challenge. Or a lot, like, if it's the Ace of Swords, then it's a lot of interesting mental, a new idea. So new idea. So I believe this means that Francis sparks ideas in Jacqueline's head. And then how Francis feels for Jacqueline, the moon. She's so very mysterious. She's not a tame woman. She is not a fully wild one. She's somewhere in the middle. You have not yet figured her out. And you should get used to that. That is what the cards say. Okay, and then that's Francis, and then that has completed that list. Yay. That means I get to drink water. I like water. And I have been streaming for 1 hour and 26 minutes. Water. Water good. I'm gonna take a small break and apply more chapstick so I can keep speaking. The body requires some things to keep this live stream going. Okay. Mark down, and I'm going to catch up on chat. I'm going to make a new list. And just as a reminder, I live stream for 2 hours at a time, and I've been streaming for an hour and 27 minutes, so there's about 32 minutes left that I'll be streaming. So get your questions in now, that way I can get to them. Okay. And we left off at... we did Francis last. And Helen says, the question was, yes, I did do that one. And Miriam says, thanks, you are super welcome. And I return the virtual hug. And the floating hearts. And Helen says, how did Mo see me as a whole person? Helen is on the board. Excuse me? Does he still remember me sometimes? How did Z analyze my holding back and ghosting last time? Okay, so 3 for Helen. And then Miriam says, who's coming towards me and when? Thanks. You are very welcome. Miriam. And Helen says, oh, and okay, we did Miriam. And then Francis says, thank you so much for the readings. You are so welcome. And Francis says, do you have any alien decks by chance? I do not mess with aliens. Aliens are one of those topics that are kind of like, I am a little wary of aliens, so I don't associate with aliens, so I don't have any decks relating to aliens. They're just not they're not in my repertoire. And Francis says, question, is Jaden likely to get pregnant with Francis this September? Alright, so Francis. And then, oh god, the second time the moon appearing with Kelly. Yeah, she's a mystery. Alright, so I do have to bring up the fact that when you first asked if Kelly was going along with the contract, it was the seven of swords, and it had the person taking ideas. There was a red flag on that card, and I feel like I should still let you know, even though since you brought it up again. So yeah, so be careful with Kelly. And Francis says, sorry, I think I missed my daughter's reading. I am going to meet her soon. I did do that reading, and I think it was a positive answer. You're gonna have to go back and watch the video to find it. How am I going to meet the person coming towards me, and how is he like? Thanks. Miriam on the bar. Very good, very good. It was positive. The answer was yes. Oh, Miriam knew. There you go. Cool. And so now that I have caught up on the chat, I'm going to go and do this list. And Helen's 3 questions. How? We need a deck first. We need a deck first. Number 8, so you get an extra reading. Sorry, you get an extra card with that reading. You get 7. And I had already grabbed it, so there we go. Oh, so ready to fall open. Every little thing you do is magic, you know. La 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 la. It's magic, you know. La 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 la. So you get an extra card with that reading. How did Mo see Helen as a whole person? We're going to do the extra card first, because that way I don't forget about it. Wheel of Fortune. Very lucky card. Major Arcana. So, and someone's reaching out to help you out. And there are open opportunities. And people are willing to help you out. That's really good. That's totally great. Very positive. But then, how did Mo see Helen as a person? Oh, the 6 of Wands. He saw you as a very positive person. A very skilled person. Because this is the 6 of Wands. This is a victory in action. And this is a pig. And I always see this card, and I think that pigs are super good at digging up truffles, and they should win awards for digging up all the truffles that they do. And that he sees that you have special skills, and he thinks that you should put those skills to work. So that is wonderful. That is wonderful. I'm going to leave that extra card there, since you got luck. You got luck, girl. And does he still remember me sometimes? Does Mo still remember Helen sometimes? And that's a yes. Ooh, he may have a little bit of crush on you, because this is the Lovers. No wonder he's being so nice and he thinks fondly of you and positively. He has a crush on you. This is the Lovers. This is the Major Arcana. Yes, he still thinks of you. He thinks fondly of you. How did Z analyze my holding back and ghosting last time? How did Z feel when you ghosted him bad? How did Z feel when you ghosted him? There we go. It's a better shuffle. How does he feel? Oh, he did not feel good. He did not feel good. He wanted to feel happiness with you, but it was not to be. You turned the happiness upside down when you ghosted him. It's very sad. He wanted to feel good. But alas, you ghosted him. Okay, and that was Helen's questions. Okay, Miriam says, who's coming towards me and when? Oh, no, I will not forget the card. There we go. Who's coming towards me and when? Okay. So let's find out who. One. You're having a cat come towards you. Because it's the cat deck. We're going to get more detail, but that's the first one. Who's coming towards Miriam? Who's coming towards Miriam? Who's coming towards Miriam? Let's see. Four of Cups. Someone who is looking for something they're not finding. They're looking around emotionally for something. And it appears to be a potential lover. So a potential lover is looking for you. Let's see. And then you want to know when. So of course, let's do the time warp again. Let's do the time warp again. Let's do the time warp again. It's just a jump to the left. And then a step to the right. Put your hands on your hips. And pull your knees in tight. And it's the pelvic thrust. It drives you insane. Let's do the time warp again. Let's do the time warp again. I think that is the theme of this deck. I think it just is. So in September. Alright, so potential lover looking for you in September. Good luck, Miriam. Sounds like good stuff. Alright, and then we're gonna go back to a Francis question. Is Jaden likely to get pregnant with Francis this September? Okay. So, pregnant Jaden? Okay. D. It's number 3. 1, 2, 3, supernatural deck. Is Jaden gonna get pregnant with Francis? Is Jaden gonna get pregnant with Francis? That is a no. No. That is the Devil Major Arcana. So something is here. Like, I feel there is the addiction part of this card. There's some sort of flavor here. I'm just trying to describe it. The cards are saying Jaden is a temptation. But you may not want that baggage. You may not want that baggage. And that is what the cards say. It's a heavy baggage. Okay. There we go. Take Francis. Then Miriam. How am I going to meet the person coming towards me? And how is he like? Thanks. Alright, so we're going to need a deck. Number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. What is it? How are you going to meet this person and how is he like? Okay. So, upon personalities, I get better personality readings from these decks. So, one of these. Number 2. Supernatural deck. When it has to do with people cards. How are you to meet the person coming towards you? And how is he like? How are you gonna meet the person? And how is he like? There we go. That's a nice shuffle. How are you going to meet the person? Okay. Okay. So, he is. My golly. Okay. with these two emperors on there. So how will you meet him, and how is he like? So this, how is he like, comes through better. The Hierophant, so he's very traditional. He follows the rules. He teaches people what he's been taught, so he passes down the line of tradition. So he's pretty strict, follows the rules that he's been given since generations before, like a priest or a teacher. That is how he is like. How will you meet him? We have the Emperor, so a father figure. I need a little bit more. The 10 of Actions. 10 of Wands. 10 of Bones, really, because that's what this deck has. The 10 of Bones. Through a father figure with lots of skills, lots of life skills, you're going to meet this. How do you say it was? This person. So you're going to meet them through a father figure with lots of skills. He's very tired looking, by the way. He's very tired looking. And he's going to be very traditional, very rule following. Alright, I hope that helps you out. And that completes the list. And that puts us at 1 hour and 48 minutes for the live stream. So we have 12 minutes left in the live stream. And I'm going to have a drink of water, erase this list, and then check up on chat. Probably make another list. Water is so good. I like water, guys. Water is tasty. Water is good. Okay. So this is probably going to be the last list of the night. So let's see who I can get on the list. Okay, so Helen. Helen is on the list. And Helen says, was Z intending to marry me if I kept with him? Why did Mo leave? Are rituals I did for him still in effect? His aura, or his nervous system, or even his house? And side note, I regret doing them. Okay, so we got four-ish. Got three-ish. Got 3 questions. Alright, so we only have 10 minutes left, so I'm gonna say I'm gonna do Helen's questions, and then I think I'm gonna say goodnight to chat. So this is going to be it. No more questions for that. Because by then it'll be the 2-hour limit. So Helen's questions. What? Oh, so excuse me. Alright, I did see Miriam sneak in, so I'll do Miriam too. Alright, Miriam, you're on the list. But you're the last one, Miriam. No more. Because then it's going to be over 2 hours. Helen's deck. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So was Z intending to marry Helen if she kept with him? Was Z intending to marry Helen? The answer is yes. And it's a major arcana. It is the strength card. He was willing to do a lot for you and marry you. And he seemed to be exercising some strength, some inner strength of his. Alright, so I hope that helps you out. And why did Mo leave? Why did Mo leave? Why did Mo leave? 5 of Pentacles. He was looking at lack of money. He was looking at the poorness of stuff. So he had to go solve that problem. And that is why Mo left. Are rituals I did for him still in effect? His aura or his nervous system, or is even his house? Side note, I regret doing them. Alright. Aura. Nervous system or house. Okay, so are those rituals you did still in effect? Are they in effect for his aura, his nervous system, his house? So, no for his aura, yes for his nervous system, and yes for his house. 8 of Wands, Page of Swords, and 6 of Wands. So, victory in action. So what rituals you did for his aura is not in effect anymore. He broke that with a victory in action. The Page of Swords. His nervous system is down. He's back to being a Page of Swords. He's a little running with scissors and not doing so well. And then the 8 of Wands for his house. So the ritual he did for his house is good. It is the 8 of Wands, which signals him working very hard. Alright, I hope that helps you out. And side note, I regret doing them. Alright. And then Miriam's question is, what should I know more about this person? It's a very good question. I think that deserves an all decks on deck question. Number 3, supernatural deck. What should you know more about this person? What should Miriam know? What should Miriam know? What should Miriam know? What should Miriam know about this person? What should Miriam know? What should Miriam know about this person? The Ace of Blades. This person really likes new ideas. Like, loves just thinking and logic and doing puzzles and just all the fun things that your brain can do. This person likes doing. And that is what the cards say. Alright. And we have about 2 minutes left, so I'm going to put this away. I'm going to have a hydration break, and then I'm going to say goodnight. Boop. And boop. Alright. Hydration break. All right. Okay, Miriam says, thanks for today, floating hearts. Good night and take care. Hugs and hearts. And I send a heart back. Thank you, Miriam, for all your questions. And have a good night. And Helen says, what do you mean by signals him working hard about his house? You know what? If you want, Helen, you can bring that question back tomorrow and I will happily do another reading on it. But until then, I'm not doing any more readings for tonight. I am burnt. I am tired. I am going to bed after this. So I love you all. Thank you so much for coming. I will be back in 22 hours. So another 8:30 night tomorrow. And I'll see you guys then. So it's 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Okay, love you. Good night. Goodbye. Goodbye.